Well, I hope I have a voice. I've been struggling with a little of the stuff that's been going around, but I think I'll make it through here. This is a poem that I wrote about an experience I had as a young man with some friends of mine on a visit to Yellowstone Park, and it's a true story. I hope you enjoy it. It's called The Yellowstone Bear. We hired on as ranch hands. The year was '61. We spent that summer punching cows, and when the work was done, we planned to scout out Yellowstone and blow ourselves some steam and check out all the wildlife. It's always been my dream. Now Henry took his pickup truck and Ken his station wagon. With 5 young hands and all our gear, we had that wagon dragging. 8 hands piled into 2 old rigs with packs and grub and gear and made a track for Yellowstone, the highlight of our year. It somehow seemed so slothful slow to get out to the park. So we just kept on trucking and we made her just 4 dark. Got an early start next morning, couldn't wait to see some bear and go check out Old Faithful and see what else was there. We circled clean around the park and took in what we could. Old Faithful and Morning Glory Pool was looking mighty good. We was heading back to Fishing Bridge and maybe try our luck. Some of us was riding in the back of Henry's truck. Now Ray was there in that old rig, brought one of his new toys, a brand new whammo slingshot. 'Twas the envy of us boys. We was passing by a clearing where some folks had gathered round, shooting snapshots of a big brown bear a-posing on the ground. Ray said, "Well boys, just watch this," as he drew that whammo back and sent that ammo flying towards that bear and right on track. That shot was true and hit that bear right solid on the rump. 'Twas a shiny steel ball bearing, boys, you should have seen him jump. Old Bruin made a pirouette like some fancy dancers done, then give a growl and flashed his teeth and lit out on the run. You should have seen folks scatter at his sudden change of mood as they respectfully retreated from that bear with attitude. Them greenhorns didn't know or care what possessed the bear that day, just glad they had the common sense to get out of his way. Old Bruin paused to protest as he reached the forest floor, then reared up on his hind legs and cut loose with a roar. Now Ray became a legend, and you just can't call it luck when he hit that bear dead center from a moving pickup truck. He built upon his talents and his aim was mighty high. He maximized his weapon skills and joined the FBI. True story. Thank you very much.
Our final poet is the one responsible for putting this whole show together, Russ Westwood.
I've been sitting on that old stump so long it was hard to get up. You know, most of the folks here on the stage have been raised on a ranch of some kind or another, and I don't want you to think that I'm a drugstore cowboy. I grew up on a ranch. I grew up on a mink ranch. I don't know if any of you ever seen a live mink, but they're about the orneriest critters you'd ever run across. So we learned to work, and we learned to take abuse, and these ranchers got nothing on this rancher. I'd like to share a poem with you written by classic poetess Homer Barker. It's a poem about a cowboy that maybe wished for something that he maybe wished he didn't get later on. It's called Bear Open Buckaroo. Now roping bears, I'm going to pull this off so I can hold it closer. Now roping bears, says Uncle Sid, is sure a heap of fun, and a lot more gizzard thrilling than to shoot 'em with a gun. I roped a big old he one time when I was young and raw. He must have weighed 500 pounds, and monstrous was his paw. He'd wandered out upon the flats for cow chip bugs and such. Them grubs and worms, they suits a bear like pretzels suits the Dutch. Oh, I pert near didn't catch him, for a bear can split the breeze, and your pony's got a wiggle if he beats him to the trees. But that roan that I was riding, he was tough and mighty fleet. He overhauled old Bruin, and my loop was quick and neat. I catched him snug around the neck, and when he hit the end, I heard my cinches stretching and I felt my saddle bend. My pony put the brakes on and he sure enough plowed the ground. It pert near made me sorry that there weren't a crowd around to watch a salty hand like me demonstrate my skill at learning Mr. Bruin to obey my wish and will. Come on, old bar, I bellered, you're a wild and woolly scamp, but I'm the apparatus that can lead you into camp. At first I feared my rope would bust, I'd lose him if it should. About a minute later, boys, I wish the hell it would. That pair reared up and popped his teeth, was like a pistol's crack, then grabbed my rope hand over hand and come right up the slack. I give a squall and swung my hat to slap him in the eyes, but a he-bear ain't no critter that it's easy to surprise. My pony tried to quit me, but he had a bear in tow, and clinging to the saddle was a load he couldn't throw. He got a straddle of the rope, a log, a bush, a bear. He wallered on his haunches and he pawed the upper air. Old Bruin's paws and claws and jaws, that pert near had me skunned. But my rope was anchored to the horn and wouldn't come undone. Seems like we fought for hours and I couldn't see no hope. Then Bruin bit my twine in two and quit us on the lope. Now roping bears, says Uncle Sid, is sure a heap of fun. At least I've heard folks claim it is. I only rope but one. It ain't no special trick at all to snag one in your noose. To catch is mighty simple, but it's hell to turn them loose. Thank you very much.